嗨，大家好，欢迎收看本期的 C Talk。现在我们来到的是布雷伯上海灵感实验室。一会儿呢，我们会和布雷伯中国区董事长兼 CEO Bogdan Brembo 先生呢有一个深度对话。布雷伯呢是1961年在意大利成立的，它的前身是一个小型的机械车间，如今已经发展成为了设计、研发和生产制动系统的全球领导者。产品广泛用于汽车、摩托车和商用车，主要面向于前装的这个配套市场、零配件市场和赛车运动领域。2025年见证了布雷伯在赛车运动领域长达50年的创新与荣耀征程。公司呢更是在全球主要赛事中斩获了700多项冠军头衔，更是受到了所有 F1 和 MotoGP 车队的青睐。公司在3大洲18个国家运营，拥有员工超过15000人，35家生产基地和商业办事处，以及10个研发中心。围绕着将能量转换为灵感的愿景，布雷伯致力于为全新的出行方式提供前沿的解决方案。With over 20 years working in automotive industry, so from your point of view, what's the most exciting changes happened in shaping the automotive industry right now?
It's a nice and complicated question. I think what's happening now, it's unprecedented in automotive industry. I think it's not an evolution, it's a revolution. It's driven by China. What happened in the last few years, especially after the COVID, it's unprecedented. We move from a time where the main evolution of the car was mainly under the hood, with some evolution of the engines, some evolution of the mechanical systems, and a little bit on electronics. Now we move to a completely new world with EV cars, first of all, that it's the mainstream here in China, to the autonomous driving, to the digitalization, to the sustainability becoming also a reality, to the artificial intelligence entering in our world and in our industry. And here in China also we move to a end consumer driven approach in building the car, that it's also new and it's led by this country, by this part of the world. So this is, it's like moving from analog to digital now. It's a huge revolution, and Brembo is part of this globally and in this country. We work here from the beginning to stay connected to all the evolutions of the industry and to work with all the leading Chinese OEMs who are in the front seat of this change.
So what kind of impact does these profound changes brought to Brembo's business?
Brembo DNA is racing. And I think this is an advantage of what's happening in the world where everything goes faster. Because for 60 years we are used, because of our racing DNA, to provide specific solutions to each OEM in a fast way and in a very reliable way, because you cannot afford mistakes. So for us this is, I would say, an easy transition because it's in our DNA. And with our deep localization here in China in terms of local engineering, manufacturing, supply chain, when we combine these two, allow us to adjust pretty quickly to the way the business in automotive is done now in China. What is also happening for our company is that we embrace very quickly the transformation to a digital company, and this is why we are here today, because we are very committed to not just talk, but to put our money to have new engineering center, to have innovation centers that will be focused on artificial intelligence, will be focused on data scientist approach, and on all the new technology. So this is the reason why we are opening the B Lab in Shanghai, being our second one following the Silicon Valley, because we want to capture the best where the technology is happening, and we believe that the technology is happening here in China. The artificial intelligence that is just at the beginning, in our industry is happening in China. So this is the main reason we opened the B Lab here, to be part of this, to continue to be part of this transition in China and bring it to the rest of the company globally.
Congratulations on the opening of the Inspiration Lab, Brembo, in Shanghai. I know that you actually have a big plant in Nanjing and R&D center there. And this lab, what's the differences between these two infrastructure?
So in Nanjing we have our main engineering center in China, where we develop everything from Nanjing, from the local market, from product, from validation, and then manufacturing. So we are fully localized from this point of view, and we are going to increase our investment in Nanjing with the new technical center for our latest technology, that is Sensify. It is we believe it's a revolutionary braking system that will offer the latest technology to the Chinese market. The difference between Nanjing and the B Lab in Shanghai, it's pretty simple. Here in Shanghai we will focus only on artificial intelligence, on the digitalization. We'll focus on data management. So here we are going to build an environment where our software people, our data scientists, our advanced engineering will work closely with the top universities in China. We already have 2 partnerships signed with the Suzhou University or Jiaotong University here in Shanghai. And we'll work also with some of the key tech companies in China from this B Lab, but also with the key players who are driving the innovation in the auto industry. So here we really focus on the innovation and how we can bring these future technologies, integrate in our braking system in China, but also globally.
Yeah, I just mentioned there that Brembo is always strongly connected with high performance, which means that you need to lead the industry's trends, including innovation, production, a lot of things. So human resource matter a lot. Can you share with us what's your human resource strategy, especially in China?
So in China now we have 2,500 employees, until now our focus was to have capabilities to develop 100% locally for the local market. And we achieved this, and this is one of the reasons that I'm proud to say that we work for almost all the new NEV cars in China, new brands, new platforms on the EV or range extended technology. So this was the first step. We have more than 80 engineers today in Nanjing on product engineering who are developing locally for local. Now we want to move forward. We just created an advanced engineering team. We created a data scientist team that will be part of this B Lab. We already have few people that are already working. We also have a software team that is focused on latest technologies. So here we'll be really focusing on these new technologies. So it's a different kind of competencies, and we believe Shanghai is the right place because the pool of talent in artificial intelligence, data scientists and software is the best in our industry, we believe, here in Shanghai.
I used to think Brembo, is a hardware company.
Yes.
Obviously, it's not anymore.
No.
How to involve to this kind of combination with the hardware and software and AI you mentioned frequently?
So we are the leading company in the braking industry. We are leading on the hardware for more than 60 years now. From racing to the traditional cars that we see here on the streets of China. This transformation starting from a few years ago to move in the digital world and started with our Sensify product that we are developing now for a few years, where we are building a decoupled system that will individually manage each wheel and will be controlled by software and will interact with all the other systems in the car. So it's a digital system that requires high software requirements, and that also will give fixtures to the OEMs depending on their cars, depending on their needs of the cars, specific developed from the software. So we are living this transformation, moving from a hardware company to a full system company, full system solution provider. Our China team is in the front row because we are embracing all the Chinese opportunities. We are developing here now electronics. We are developing here locally software. And now with the B Lab, we are going to start working on artificial intelligence and data science projects.
What's the structure of your customers right now in China?
So we historically, Brembo started with the global OEMs here in China, following the localization of the global platforms, especially with our top German customers. But with the transformation of the industry, moving from ICE engines to NEV cars, and with the rotation of OEMs market share from globals toward Chinese, we follow this trend in the same pace that the market changed, meaning that now more than 2/3 of our customers in terms of numbers are the local Chinese OEMs, especially the new NEV brands and new NEV platforms that have been launched in the past 5 years. So with some of them we are at the second generation, with some we are at the first generation, and I think we have been very successful because we have the right products, and we are living in a world of a high competition, and differentiation is key. And all these new NEV players, they are looking for differentiation. So as long as we are capable to propose the latest technology that help them to differentiate themselves from competitors and create value for the end consumer, I think we'll continue to grow.
According to the latest number of the market share, actually the China local OEMs, they took almost 70% of the market share. One of their success reasons is that they evolving so fast. You know, they are very passionate about, say, high performance, a lot of new technology. So how can you balance I mean, when you launch your innovation technology to the industry, actually you need to take a lot of time to do a lot of things. How can you cope up with this speed?
I think we are evolving with our customers and with the industry and with the opportunities that are happening here in China. So one thing that is happening in China that maybe not so much in the rest of the world is the cycle times. Cycle of development are very short now. And the second thing is in China now some of the lifetime of the platform is very short. We can see before a platform will last for 7-8 years. Now it's 4, maximum 5 years. So we adjusted to this. Again, coming from our DNA racing, it was pretty easy because we are used to this. Then the challenge in the market here is how to integrate, we still want to deliver the best-in-class quality, the best-in-class product. So how we are going to shorten our development timing? For this, we are integrating artificial intelligence in our simulation. We are trying to integrate artificial intelligence in our validation. Use data to shorten some of the validation and take some shortcuts together with our customers in order to cope with their short lead times. Then the other thing that it's good in China is that we have access to a very competitive and also fast supply chain who is able to support us in coping with the new standards of the Chinese OEMs.
What kind of role China play in the Brembo's global strategy? You just mentioned that China used to be the largest market manufacturing center. How about now?
I think it's pretty clear. It's one of the regions where Brembo is investing the most. And it's not a public announcement. We are witnessing here in Shanghai the opening of our Brembo Inspiration Lab. We don't do it in another place of the world. We do it in Shanghai after did it in Silicon Valley. Then, as I mentioned too, we are building a new technical center in Nanjing that I will invite you kindly in the second half of the year where we'll do the opening, where we are going to put the latest state-of-the-art validations, equipments in order to cope with the new technologies like the Sensify or the Greentel that will bring to the Chinese market. On top of this, we are going to open a new plant for our motorcycle business in Jiaxing also next year. So we are expanding aggressively here in China, and I think this is the biggest sign that we are serious about China. Is not just public announcements or some of our competitors who are a little bit reluctant in these complicated times, economical times, but we see this as an opportunity and we are continue to invest in China.
A lot of China OEMs actually they go abroadly. Yeah. How can Brembo enable them overseas?
It's a very good question, because I think all the discussion with our local customers who want to go abroad, doesn't matter if it's Southeast Asia, Europe, North America or South America, are accelerating. And we have very deep discussion, and in some cases we are already providing some products for their cars that they are already exporting, but now we are building plans for them for their localization plans, either in Europe or South America or North America, where we'll support them locally with local production and local R&D when they will develop products there. But I think we'll start first to supply to them from Europe to Europe or from Americas to Americas.
In Chinese, we call it 共赢. How do you view the future development and the market potential of China, let's say future 5 to 10 years ahead?
This is a tough question. I think China will, China is leading the automotive world. I live here for 10 years and I witnessed the transformation of China following, of China leading. For me, there is no doubt, and for my company, there is no doubt that China will lead the automotive industry, and sooner or later, what's happening in China will happen in the other regions in terms of technology adoption of electrical car or even range extended vehicles. And then China consumer is the toughest in the world.
Really?
I think China consumer is the one who is the most demanding now in terms of connectivity, digitalization, autonomous driving fixtures, comfort, safety, that it's a big topic these days in China, where Brembo, I think, can contribute to, with our humble positioning, we can contribute to the safety reinforcement that is happening in China. For us, will be an opportunity to help the OEMs to increase with our Sensify system the safety that they are offering to the end consumers and the comfort. Yeah. So I believe China will continue to lead.
Thank you for saying that. So what's your expectation for Brembo in future 5 to 10 years?
For Brembo is to execute this strategy of, like you rightly mentioned, to execute the strategy from moving from a hardware to a system solution provider with full integration of our software and our electronics and our mechatronics proposals to the market, but also to be successful in bringing the what we call our green tail disc that will present it in the auto show also this year, that it's a new technology with dual coating, with laser coating applied on the disc, that is the right product for China 7 and Euro 7, and will reduce the emissions, will increase the comfort, and will help us to contribute to a better planet. So I'm very confident about the future of Brembo in China, but also globally.
You live in China for 10 years.
Yes.
How about the life here?
I raise my kids here. I have 2 boys, and one is 10, so he knows only China, and the other one is 14. So we love China. I think it's a great place to raise children because it's safe. There are the right values for families. There are the great education system, and in terms of opportunities to have access to culture, to leisure. Shanghai and China are one of the best places in the world. So I hope I will stay as long as possible here because me and my family, we love this country. So.
Anything you want to say to your customers here?
What I would like to say to the customers is to continue trust us, to tell them a big thank you for their trust, to continue challenge us, because through their challenges and through their push, we are becoming better and better. And only with the customer support and only with the customer push, we'll become a better company. So I just hope they will be continue trusting us and work with us, and we'll do all our best to make them successful and help them to sell cars.
Anything you want to say to your Chinese team?
I'm very proud of my team. I think Brembo China has now maybe the best team in Brembo, and it's not just me, it's also part of our management who are recognizing this. China has the best talented people, from engineering to manufacturing, supply chain. I think my biggest proudness of my 10 years in China is the people with whom I work. They make me better, they continue push and challenge, and they are always looking for doing better. So this is amazing in China.
Thank you. That's all for the interview.
Thank you very much.